Hi, my name is Devin. In today's video, I will show you how to play chess. You will learn how to set up the board and all the different rules of chess. I will show you how the pieces move, pawn promotion, castling, checkmate, stalemate, and many more. We will learn basic chess today, so please stay tuned. Now let's begin. At the beginning, always remember the light colored square should be on the right side. Now on the second rank we place the white pawns. And on the seventh rank the black pawns. On the first rank we start with the rook, which is placed on the corners. Along to it comes the knight, not a horse. Then is the bishop. The queen, lastly the most important piece, and that's the king. Now your board is ready to play. Let's see how the pieces move now. We will start with the pawns. The pawn is actually the most complicated piece because it has many unique qualities. The pawn is the only piece that moves one direction and captures the other. Pawns move one step forward towards the opponent's side of the board. But if it's their first move, they can move either one step or two steps. Like that. After its first move, the pawn can only move one step like this. Like I told you earlier, pawns move one way and capture a different way. Pawns can only capture pieces diagonally in front of them. They cannot capture pieces directly in front of them. So I will move this over here and this over here. So this pawn does not have anywhere to go because it is stuck and has no legal moves. But this pawn can capture that, and this pawn can capture that. Now both of them have no legal moves. And what happens if the pawn goes to the back rank? Let me show you that. Well, what happens is something called pawn promotion. It means the pawn turns into a queen, bishop, or a knight. It's your choice to decide. So now let's look into the rook. The rook can move as a cross. It cannot move over another piece. Let's talk about the knight. The knight moves in a very unique way. It moves in the shape of an L, that is either 2 steps diagonally, then 1 step vertically, or 2 steps vertically and 1 step diagonally in any direction as highlighted. The knight is the only piece that can jump over other pieces. As you can see, there are other pieces right next to the knight. It can jump over all those pieces as highlighted and capture the opponent's piece if it is there. Now it's time for the bishop. The bishop can only move as a multiply symbol, which is also an X. And whatever piece is right in front of it, it will kill it. Time for the queen. The queen is the most powerful piece in chess. The queen can move the same as a rook and a bishop. The queen can move on the highlighted squares. Now it's time for the king, which is the weakest piece in chess. The king can move in the highlighted squares. And always remember, when there is another king, one box ahead of your king, you cannot move in front or on the sides. You can only move on the highlighted squares. I will show you how to castle in chess. So let me start like a normal game. You can either castle from the queen side or the king side, but you have to make sure where you want to castle is empty. Like if it is castling on the right side, when it is castling on this side, it is called as king side castling. And in castle on this side, it's known as queen side castling. Castling is done when you move the king 2 squares and the rook 2 squares, like this. Show you how to checkmate your opponent. I will move my pawn over here and this pawn over here. I'll move this pawn over here and my queen over here. And there, that's a checkmate, because the king has nowhere to move. There's no piece blocking or attacking the piece which I used to checkmate my opponent. At this position, White cannot move the king because the queen is attacking these boxes. And the pawn cannot move anywhere. Therefore, this is called a stalemate. Hope you guys enjoyed my video today. Make sure to go to my channel and see my other videos on this channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the post notification bell, and comment what you thought about the video. See you in the next video. Bye.